Hi and welcome back or welcome to my All the Perfume YouTube channel. In this video I'll be reviewing Perfumes by Rihanna. So Rihanna launched her perfume line in 2010 with Reb'l Fleur. There were quite a few perfumes in the line, with releases all the way up until 2018. Now I love so many of these scents. I recommend them over on Instagram fairly often. I would consider a couple of them to be in like my top 20, even top 10 perfumes, and I just felt I wanted to make a video sharing my reviews while you can still get hold of some of them. So enjoy, and the reviews are coming up. So this is Reb'l Fleur, that first launch from 2010. Now what I love about this perfume is that apparently when Rihanna went to a meeting to create it, she wore 5 different perfumes, hoping to kind of capture what she loved, how she liked to smell, and what she wanted to create. And one of them is meant to have been Euphoria by Klein, and this scent actually does remind me of that. I think it's really stand out and unique, but yeah, that is the one that I would liken it to the best if you've never smelled this before. So in the top of this scent, you've got plum, red berries and orange. In the middle, coconut and tuberose, and in the base, patchouli, amber and musk. Now, I need to give it a sniff. You know, I do really enjoy this perfume. So let's give it a test and we'll talk a little more about which notes stand out. So, oh, it smells good. I was so excited when this came out, and I really love the bottle design in its own kind of way. I mean, it's a little bit difficult to hold when you've got this big 100ml, but it looks good. And I bought a gift set from Macy's. It had the 100ml. Back then it would have the lotions and, you know, the shower gel. And yeah, I just really enjoyed kind of the excitement around Rihanna having a fragrance. So yeah, this is strong, and it is coconut and it is tuberose, which if you have followed me on Instagram or if you've been subscribed on here for a while, you'd have heard me say many times they can be tricky notes for me. But with this one, they're kind of done well. It's like they kind of work together to almost balance and just create a really good, what I think would be a good statement day scent when you've got the confidence to wear it, when you want something a little bit stronger. Almost like what Ariana Grande's Cloud does, like when you want that scent that you're going to smell on yourself during the day. I get a little bit of the plum in the top, and plum does kind of carry through as a note that's in a lot of the Rihanna scents, so it must be something she really enjoys. And there's like a sweetness as well, probably from those berries that come through. I think it's one for patchouli fans for sure. You can definitely smell it in the dry down. And it's musky. Yeah, it has that musk that Euphoria has, which is why it reminds me so much of it. Now, because of it being that kind of strong wear, I don't reach for it often, but it will always have a special place for me. I really enjoy it, and because my bottle here has got these little well-loved chips on that kind of black design, I really want to buy the 30ml. It's still available, which is exciting, really reasonably priced. So yeah, I think a little cute 30ml for me might be something that makes my little Rihanna collection feel complete. Yeah, an enjoyable one, and something that you will like if you like Euphoria, and actually a really good evening kind of date scent that, yeah, would be good. For me, I don't always have those distinctions from day to night. I kind of tend to go day scent or cozy evening scent, but yeah, if you wanted something for like a nice dinner out, then Reb'l Fleur might be the one for you. I'd recommend this one. The next fragrance is Rebelle, launched in 2012. So I have so much love for this perfume, and this is certainly not my first bottle. I've had 2 or 3 before this, and it is one of my strongest recommendations for the video. You can still get hold of it, so if you're interested, it is one to find now before it is gone. And in fact, maybe one that I need backup bottles of, saying that. Yeah, so with this scent, you've got some of the notes from Reb'l Fleur and some different, very beautiful, incredible notes in there as well. In the top, you've got big strawberry, plum and ginger, so we're seeing more of that plum that we have a lot in Rihanna scents. Cacao and orchid in the middle, and in the base, we still have our patchouli, our amber and our musk, but this time there is coffee. So gourmand lovers, yeah, will really enjoy this one. I'll give it a sniff, just because I love it so much. And yeah, oh, it's so good. This to me is just this warm, spicy, inviting, and I'm going to completely contradict what I said in the last video about not really having, you know, kind of an evening day scent distinction. There was a time when I did, when I was going out kind of for drinks and dinners more, and this was a scent I love to wear for those things. So in fact, I did wear it last week. I paired it with some Utopia Vanilla Cocoa from Kayali and felt like I smelled really, really good indeed. Yeah, this is a really beautiful strawberry, so much strawberry in the top there. Spicy from the ginger, coffee scent. And I've always put this in my kind of coffee roundups, coffee note recommendations. I think this is really well done. I haven't actually smelt much like this. I mean, I smelt Heartbreaker from Jenna as a kind of little buy I had last year when shopping online, and I thought that was quite similar to it. But otherwise, yeah, nothing to me has smelt as good as this one does. I would really recommend this. I don't reach for it enough, but yeah, when I do have those kind of occasions of being out, you know, kind of dressed up, dinner drinks, this is something I would reach for because I feel like it smells really good on the skin and it's got that addictive quality. Spicy, yet a little bit foodie as well. You know, kind of a little bit daring, but comforting. Yeah, Rebelle is amazing and it's got everything. So yeah, do try Rebelle. Next we have RiRi, launched in 2015. So with this one, you've got this kind of beautiful gold topped bottle that I just feel like reminds me of kind of vintage perfume bottles, like a sort of Hollywood dressing table look. Yeah, I really kind of like this design. The scent is a tropical one. In the top, we've got passion fruit, mandarin orange and rum. In the middle, pink freesia and honeysuckle. And in the base, vanilla and benzoin. So this is my second bottle, so I do really enjoy this scent, and it's one that I've come to appreciate more over time. Yeah, I have to give it a spray. This is really good. I do love a rum note in perfumes. Oh, it's got a really nice kind of mouth-watering, fruity quality with passion fruit, but that rum just gives it something extra. This, yeah, kind of packs a punch. This is something a little bit different. I felt like it was a really safe buy for my friend for her birthday last year, and I know that it projects well because I can always smell it on her when she wears it. It does smell really good. I think this is like Kylie Minogue's Darling perfume with that passion fruit note. It is similar, but this has got a bit more of a, I want to say sophisticated, maybe a nighttime edge where you could wear this more as an evening scent for sure. The vanilla in it has a kind of cozy feel to it, which is nice on the skin. Maybe I wouldn't put it in my kind of vanilla category in my collection, but it is there, I can smell it, and you get a little spiciness from the benzoin too. Yeah, this is good. As I say, appreciated it more over time, and I'm pleased that I've got my second bottle of it because I've been working through the first one and thought I need this again. And it sells for a really great price at the moment as well. So yeah. RiRi is a scent I strongly recommend, and I think this would be a really good summer nights kind of wear. Yeah, in the season we're in at the moment, you would enjoy wearing this, you know, day to night, long evenings. It smells good. A good tropical scent, and with that rum twist, yeah, it smells really good. Next we have Kiss, which was launched in 2017 and is part of that RiRi line. So once again, we've got this beautiful bottle design, and when I first bought this, I just loved having it. That colour of the blue, and I even liked the box and that advertising campaign. So very pretty. I used to display this one. The scent for me was always an easy reach, and now I've come to appreciate it more over time. So in the top with this one, you've got plum again. So we're seeing plum for a third time in our Rihanna scents. You've got gardenia in the middle and peony, and in the base, cedar and musk. So I just have to give this a test too. So I've tested all of them so far, and let's go for a bit of skin we haven't used. Still need to get those blotters. This is like a light day scent. So I used to wear this to work and kind of felt I smelt good, but it wasn't anything too strong. Now, what I've come to get from it over time is more like how I feel about Ari by Ariana Grande, where it's kind of got something quite comforting about it. Like, it's fruity, it's sweet, and there's that kind of comforting woodiness in the base. I could almost pick up on some vanilla, but it's not listed. Yeah, I do like the gardenia in this as well. I think this is certainly more of a floral scent than the others in the line, and it has kind of like an airy effect to it as well. So with that projection, like you feel like you're wearing something, but something that's projecting more of a lightness than maybe if you're wearing Reb'l Fleur. Yeah, lighter than Reb'l Fleur for sure. It's nicely done, it's sweet on the skin, and even though it's not a personal top recommendation from me, I feel like once again with the line they brought out something that was a bit different for that time than anything else that was on the market. So yeah, and with this lovely bottle, a bit irresistible as a package. Yeah, a really good floral scent, comforting and sweet with a bit of plum too. Next we have Rogue, which was launched in 2013. So I just adore this scent. I love it so much, and it's what I was talking about when I said there are perfumes here that would make it to my top 10. Yes, I'm in the top 20. Rogue is incredible. It was marketed as unisex, which I think comes through in our bottle design here, of being a bit more simplistic and classic looking and less feminine. So I was intrigued to try it. In the top, you've got lemon blossom. In the middle notes, we've got more of that plum that we've seen so much. There's also rose, jasmine and suede. And in the base, we've got patchouli, amber and wood. This perfume for me is all about the suede and the plum with wood in the base. I would wear this perfume to go out for evenings out 5 or 6 years ago. Every single time, ready for dinner and drinks, this was the perfume I was wearing. I just love the smell of it. It's got kind of a boozy quality in the way it smells drinkable, but yeah, in a boozy way. So yeah, perhaps perfect for your evenings out then. And I always felt it was something really different. I like the fact that it leaned to me more towards the masculine. I love the smell of this one. Yeah, I don't have much of this one used, but then again, this is not my first bottle, and I've got this huge 125ml as well. So I love that you can get that in the Rihanna perfumes, your bigger bottles. I feel with this one, when I hear about the Fenty fragrance and how that was meant to be kind of how Rihanna smelled and smelling so good, I'm like, but this, Rogue is so good. Rogue is underrated. Everybody run out and try Rogue. So yeah, I just love this perfume so much. And I'm not testing it right now, but I feel that later on, this will be my scent of the night. Rogue smells really, really good. A strong recommendation for me. Next we have Rogue Love, which was launched in 2014. So I was really excited to try this fragrance because of how much I love the original. This one is more fruity. So in the top you've got peach, red berries and mandarin orange. In the middle of the scent you've got honeysuckle, orchid and coconut. And in the base you've got vanilla, caramel and wood. So this one is receiving a lot of love in the fragrance community at the moment over on Instagram. Part of that reason is it's quite similar to Viva Juicy by Juicy Couture. So unlike some of the other scents here where I've said, oh, you know, it's like nothing else I've tried, it's quite different. This one is similar to that, but then because Viva Juicy is so fun, creamy, juicy, gourmand, incredible, it's kind of not really a bad thing that, yeah, I picked this one up and found it to be similar. I've got once again the 125ml bottle, and this sells for quite a good price too. You get kind of that peach in the top, a little of the coconut, not too much, but really for me this is like a kind of mix of those fruity notes with that addictive, yummy caramel in the base. Like I would always want to try something with caramel. More recently, it's a little bit like Rrrr by Carmen Electra. I'm never quite convinced with how I pronounce that one, which I've compared to Viva Juicy in the past as well. Yeah, I think this is a really safe buy. I think it would be that good gift for somebody, and it's hard not to like. It's a lot of yummy notes in one. As I've said, a lot of them are shared with Viva La Juicy. Yeah, Rogue Love is enjoyable and I would recommend giving it a try. I couldn't possibly film this video without including Rogue Man, which I just can't stop talking about at the moment over on Instagram and on TikTok. So I love this scent so much, and I bought it for my husband as a present. I had tried it previously and liked it, but it wasn't until he started wearing it that I appreciated how well done this one is. We have here the little 15ml bottle, so a little bit of a contrast to those previous big Rogue bottles that we have. But yeah, this smells so good. For context, this is the second bottle that he's using. No, actually the third bottle, and we've got 3 more bottles still to use as well. That's how good it smells. This one's got notes of black pepper, bergamot, clementine and rosemary. In the middle, vanilla, orchid and cedar, and in the base, tonka, patchouli, amber and sandalwood. And when I smell it on my husband, I get that rosemary, which I think brings a difference. We don't have too many scents with that note in it. And then the vanilla orchid just smells so good. There's like a kind of like a refreshing, almost mintiness in the top, something creamy, and then I love sandalwood scents, so that really comes through in the base as well. As I've said so many times in this video, but this is why I love the Rihanna line so much. This doesn't smell like anything else he has in his collection, which is why we have stocked up on those backup bottles. and I will include the link below so that you can see, for as long as it's live, where to get hold of these. Rogue Man, yeah, this one for men completely, not unisex, not marketed for women. This was marketed for men, smells really, really good, and I just think at the price it sells at, like, you couldn't go wrong with having this as a stocking filler for someone in your family or a partner. It smells great, yeah, really good price and hard not to like. Rogue Man. As always with my collection videos, I'm going to talk about the ones I used to own. So Nude by Rihanna. I had this perfume and quite liked it, but just found it a little too light for my personal taste. It had notes of guava, white florals, musk and pear, and I've come to appreciate it a little bit more with time and just seeing how much some other fragrance lovers enjoy it. I do see now how it's similar to Fame by Lady Gaga, which I like, but yeah, just not one for me, not as strong, not a statement, so I parted ways with that one, but worth checking out if those notes sound appealing to you. Crush is also from the RiRi line by Rihanna, and it is a bottle I used to own. This one had orange, red berries, rose and patchouli. I really enjoyed it. I wore it all week in Thailand. I loved how it smelled. Just had great projection, really good, beautiful rose note, lots of patchouli. My only problem personally is that wearing it all week, I was done with it. It was that holiday, it was that time. That's usually a good thing, right? But this time, no. Crush and I parted ways, but yeah, it's good, strong, kind of tropical smelling scent as well in its own way. So yeah, worth checking out if those notes appeal to you again. So lastly, and indeed what seems to have been the last release from the Rihanna line, was Reb'l Fleur Love Always. So yeah, I had a bottle of this one, and it was meant to be a richer, more intense version of that original Reb'l Fleur scent. Now, it indeed did smell good. It had great longevity and it was enjoyable. But for me, as it had the same notes as the original, it wasn't different enough and I just didn't need it in my collection. And I think I preferred the original bottle to it as well. Perhaps with the name, Love Always, the company or Rihanna were giving us a little clue that that might have been the last one. So yeah, that was a launch in 2018, and if you like the original and want something more long lasting, more intense, worth checking out, Reb'l Fleur Love Always. So in terms of a wish list, I would like to always keep my Rebelle and Rogue scents topped up with backup bottles. I think I need to look into that and make sure I'm well stocked up. And also, of course, Rogue Man for my husband. Yeah, really good fragrances that I just always want to have in my collection. However, I've already mentioned the Fenty fragrance in this video. I would love to have a bottle of that. And I waited a really long time to get my hands on it and try it. I went over to Harvey Nichols while I was in London and I smelt it and I enjoyed it. It's meant to be how Rihanna smells. It's meant to smell incredible. It's supposed to be unique on each wearer, and it's quite unique in that it's comprised of middle notes only. So you've got magnolia in it, musk, Bulgarian rose and tangerine. And I enjoyed it when I tried it. I just found it a little similar to Cali's Elixir, which I already have, so didn't have the particular need to buy a bottle there and then. And with the price point, I want to have that one as a sample and wear it, see how it lasts on the skin. Because even though I didn't love it instantly, hearing other people talk about it since and how good it smells on them and on their clothes is what somebody else told me as well, that it smelled really good on their clothes. I'm not done with it. I want to go back to it because I kind of trust the, even though she's moved on with it being a Fenty line, I kind of like these scents so much that I kind of want to give it another try and another wear as well, yeah. So the Fenty fragrance is on my wish list, if not just to have more of an experience with it and sample it properly first. Even though I've mentioned price briefly in some of these reviews, I have to include my is it worth it section, and I would say yes. The Rihanna line really does sell for good price points even still, and I think with these perfumes, don't pay more than £30 is what I would say. You can buy some of them so cheaply at the moment, for £10 even, for £15, so it's worth having a look online and seeing what you can get your hands on. Yeah, I think they're worth it for sure. There aren't really any here that I can imagine anybody regretting. Just maybe look out a Reb'l Fleur for being a particularly strong scent, but otherwise, yeah, they're great scents to have and most of them last really well as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned a little bit more about the Rihanna fragrance line from these reviews. Please do let me know if you've tried any of these perfumes, and also if any of them now appeal to you from having found out more about the notes. I can't wait to chat about them because, as you can tell, I just really have a lot of love for this line. I will include below links to the fragrances where I can as well, so do check them out if you're interested in buying. You can find me over on Instagram, where I post daily, in my blog, and also over on TikTok. I will include all the links below. Thank you again, and I will see you in my next video.